Okay, y'all, so this is part 2. Go back to part 1 to catch up. All right, y'all, so I am here to teach you. Okay, so I know a lot of people like to tune into tarot because they want to get the scoop. They want to hear the tea. They want to be all triggered and shit. But I'm here to help you to evolve, okay, on your self-love journey so that you can continue to ascend and so that you can become in union in some kind of way with your counterpart, okay? Because you guys are supposed to work together in this lifetime. It's not supposed to go into a whole nother lifetime. And you guys were supposed to come together previously before, but of course there was delays, okay? But however, let me see, Beyond Illusion comes out. And that speaks about changing your perspective. So move beyond your limitations and view your journey through the lens of your heart instead. Your thoughts, your feelings, and beliefs send signals into the universe in relations to the frequency of your emotional state. Through changing your perception, you can bypass challenging situations. This accelerates your ascension because everything starts to match a higher frequency. I just dropped a video on that today on matching your frequency, right? By shifting to one of love, which is, boom, love is what sets you free, okay? Remember the love only. You take the lessons, remember the love only. That's it. Okay, so shifting your focus beyond the illusions of perceived obstacles, release unnecessary struggles, making it easy to let go of old stories, past programming, or belief systems that belong to other people. When you face your fears with a positive perception, it attracts your greater good, which helps you create a new reality in this higher state of being. This card serves as a reminder that when you are in alignment with your infinite potential, it brings balance to the infinite thought that have pulled you out of neutrality with your source energy. As your soul expands and your perspective elevates, it creates an opportunity for you to discover more about yourself. So you got to change your perception about this. See your situation through the lens of your heart. I want to pull tarot on that, okay, so we can see what this is about. Tell me about this Beyond Illusion card here. Tell me about the Beyond Illusion card here. The Chariot card comes out. So when it comes to this particular obstacle here that you feel that you are having with you and your counterpart connecting here, that seems to be what it is. It's just because it's out of balance, right? And what I'm seeing is like you actually have everything that you need to be able to overcome the challenge. Here with the Queen of Swords energy coming out, I feel like because of these challenges, this is what puts you in the Queen of Swords energy. So the Queen of Swords can be very emotionally detached. You know, not really too emotional. More coming from logic, more coming from, you know, very straightforward. Has, you know, sets boundaries for herself or himself, right? But sets boundaries, like hard boundaries, okay? It's like, we're gonna let you in because the Queen of Swords like, come holler at me, I got you, but she still got her sword out, right? Because she ready to still cut you because the Queen of Swords has been through a lot, okay? But very unbiased in her judgment, right? Even though you could be a man as divine feminine, I'm still reading it how I'm seeing her on this card. So flip your roles. But this is how you are operating at this moment with that, right? Because look, Nine of Cups in the reverse. Why? Because you look at this situation as if your dreams are shattered. You have this dream, like your counterpart is your wish fulfillment. And whatever obstacle or restriction that you may see, which is an illusion, this is also making you feel, you know, in this way, very guarded, okay? And a lot of times I get it because it seems like you get this really impossible situation and it's like, are you serious? Like, say like if your masculine has children or small children or have someone pregnant or is married or getting married, you know? So it's like, how in the world, you know, how do I overcome that? Like, how does look, you got to have faith so strong in yourself and confidence so strong in yourself and even in the divine that you can elevate yourself to a higher frequency, right? And you can stay there and you can release the unforgiveness in your heart. You can release whatever the resentment is. You can release whatever the fear is, right? Because the Four of Swords came out. And stay in a state of trusting, okay, as you're going through this process. Because remember, they are your soul. So if they are out here in these karmic connections and they're making these bad choices for themselves, it's ultimately because, again, divine feminine is also operating from a state of fear, from a state of anxiety, okay, from a state of having negative thoughts, right? Depression, whatever it may be, okay? So because remember, it's being mirrored back and forth to each other. All right, so you got to find the mental strength to come out of that energy, because you are awakening, divine feminine. So as you keep on ascending and you look through the illusions, change your perspective about all of this, because your counterpart is literally here in your life to help teach you spiritual lessons. They're teaching you how to love yourself. So in these experiences, this is what's coming along with it. It's like a whole script to me. I feel like our angelic guides, or however it goes, right, have already created this script, and we're just kind of acting it out without knowing it for real. You know, it's already laid out. It's already done. This is why Spirit like, look, have faith. This is what you need to do. And then boom, you go to the next level, because you're literally in school. You're in spiritual training right now as well, working real time. And it's like, because when you look at this from the illusions or from a 3D perspective, you see this 3D person, and you forget that this person is not, this is not how you can view this connection. You have to view this connection in a 5D perspective, because you guys are 5D. You are soul. You operate in spirit. You guys are light workers, right? And that's how I tend to look at all of divine counterparts for real, because we're here to literally teach about love, okay? Love of self, love of others. We're here to shine our light. This is the purpose of the twin flames, okay? The reason for the connection, all right? It's about a bigger picture, which is going to be humanitarian, which is going to be humanity, and which is going to be about your life purpose, okay? So here with the Ace of Pentacles in a reverse, right? So I feel like you may feel like you're missing out on an opportunity, but you're not missing out on an opportunity, because the universe is always giving you more opportunities. Even when it seems like it's an obstacle, it's not, because there's another opportunity. Life is about cycles, okay? So you have to remember to change your perception about how you are viewing this. You can no longer view it from the ways that things used to be from the past, because the past is gone. From the karmic connections you may have had, right? The karmic family members and friends, you can no longer see through that lens with this particular person, because they are you. And I think that's where we tend to forget, like, because we have this, how do we think? It's like, we think in like separate, if that's the, I'm trying to think of how I want to say it. It's like our minds see us or our counterparts as two different entities, basically as separate people. But in reality, that's separation consciousness. You're not two different, you're two different people, but you share the same soul. So it's just you outside of yourself, basically. It's a mirror reflection, okay? So you have to kind of remember that and get yourself out of the separation mindset, that separation consciousness, that separation that you have within. This is what's bringing a division between you and the counterpart, okay? And again, this is not about, literally, to be honest with you, this is all about you and your soul and your soul's mission. It's just so happened that this person gets to hitch a ride. It's like they get to hitch a ride because they are you. It's fated. It's a fated connection. As you rise, which you will rise, okay? Because your spirit guides are not going to allow you to fall behind, or your counterpart. It may take time, and the reason why it takes time is because ego is in the way. So that means you got to learn something again. Okay, you didn't gain the lesson in the last cycle or in the cycle that you're in. So that's all it is. When divine timing kicks in, remember, ego is in the way. When you're in a waiting space, it's because, bam, something I'm still holding on to, something I'm not releasing, I'm not moving forward, I'm not keeping my mind focused on what is necessary in this journey, I'm not surrendering to the divine, I'm not, just really go deep within. This whole situation requires you to go within, okay? Go back and communicate with self, all right? Because you have the answers. Everything that you need, all right, is within you. Remember to ask your angelic guides for support the whole way on this journey, y'all. They're going to give you step-by-step instructions on what you should be doing. So stay tuned for part 3.